Recap for the 21st. I've never been this tilted. This week has been so tragic. The week finished 4R, but dude, what the actual. I don't even. I'm about to tweak out. Oh my Lord, have mercy on me. Anyways, bro. Today's idea. First of all, the market was so choppy. I finally got it as it was starting to expand, and I. Oh my gosh. Today's idea was based off of this that we just ran yesterday. We finally died and ran the huge equal lows down here. And looking at this thing on a 15-minute chart, we had just ran those huge equal lows, which is this 158 level. And we were trying to push up to potentially have a liquidity sweep off of it, but we were stalling at these first internal highs. So my idea was, why are we stalling at these internal highs if this is going to be a huge sweep? If these highs are going to sell us off and we're going to lose that level of original liquidity that we swept, then I want to play this thing shorting down to attempt to push this low again because this is supposed to be the low of the liquidity sweep. If we regain it and can't even break this first high, then this low is probably going to get tried again and this is not going to be expanding right now. But if we don't sell off these highs, we just hold this up and then get above, then I want to play this actually being a huge liquidity sweep into the next targets. Moral of the story, this thing was so indecisive like 100 million times for over an hour. This thing was just ping ponging, ping ponging, ping ponging. Um, I don't even want to go through the price action reading candle by candle because I'm just too mad. Essentially, this thing ended up holding off of these internal highs, trying to hold up that original high that was swept 158, and it ended up failing. If it was gonna fail, I wanted to play it once we lose. Once price action just shows me that we're losing this 1 minute range. So I was watching this final internal low. And moral of the story with this thing is it was trying to get this break and fail that huge bullish liquidity sweep, but it was biting at every chance it could to stay up. Like this low, anytime it's getting ticked, it was trying to recover. This weekly level was getting ticked, it tried to recover. I ended up shorting this thing to play the failure of it. Once we started getting underneath this low finally, uh, holding underneath this daily level, and basically I was watching a bunch of things here. After this last attempt to try to regain everything, just failed to regain that and swept these internal highs. When we started falling back down, I wanted to see what we did again at I wanted to see what we did again at this internal low, the original final low of this range, and the daily level. And we also had this weekly level too. So basically, we just started holding the weekly level up, and at this point, we started establishing an encapsulating wick, a wick that was holding as support that could be used for entry on a break and retest. So I wanted to see what is this weekly level doing now that we're losing everything. All the higher time frame ideas are kind of getting lost. Is it actually gonna do the same thing and buy up lows and go back and try again, or is it actually gonna fail to push back up above things and we're gonna actually lose it and play this liquidity sweep mitigating this original attempt to push off those huge lows? So I was watching. We push into this, it just holds that liquidity from beneath in the daily. Starts getting sloppy and actually trying to regain the liquidity, but it's still just holding the daily level. And I shorted this right here. So everything's in line. The final thing is that internal low and then this wick that's holding in this weekly level. We have our attempts to hold them up and stay in the range. It just can't get back above the daily level. And then boom, we get this break of everything. Now, because I'm only trading this My Fund and Futures account right now, and I'm just doing heavy risk, just trying to pass this thing quick. I'm risking 650 and just going for the 1500 drawdown or 1500 consistency. I took the retest of the wick. Normally, if I was taking a normal position, I would put my stop right at this fair value gap, which is what I was saying in the recording. Because in terms of stop loss placement, I don't really like it right at this full filling of the wick because I feel like it with this conditions, there's potential to want to retrace and fill that wick because we haven't really filled it up from underneath before any candles closed. So I would put my stop right at this fair value gap that I had already held and expanded off of. It gives room for this level to hold us down and a wick. Um, so this is what normal position would have been. But because I'm going just for a lower RR, I put a bigger stop above this candle that displaced because this is like extremely safe stop. And the next real target, which is the filling of that liquidity, is 905. But due to my risk, all I needed was 2.2 R. All I needed was 2 R to hit the consistency rule. I get filled. We start pushing. I'm break even. We have this monthly level that we could stall of. It looks like we're just going to cleanly push into the target. And then this thing wants to edge me. And this thing ends up failing to push this low and missing my TP by that much. I, bro, I threw something across the room. I didn't think I still had this level of rage in trading that could be triggered. I thought I was evolved, but obviously it didn't carry over to me tweaking out on the chart. But the physical rage I felt, I had chucked something across the room. But I'm actually very happy with the execution today. I was able to maintain my ideas without getting too internally caught up in price action. And I was able to actually execute perfectly on my idea. Now, if I would have taken the trade normally and not try to make a bigger stop just because I'm going for lower R anyways, and I would have. Like, if this was a normal trade and I wasn't trading a funded challenge where I'm trying to hit a consistency rule, probably would have got a trail out around like 1 or 2 R of this trade on one of these candle highs with my normal stop. But this just happened to piss me off. I think the reason I really got pissed off is because I waited through all of this chop so patiently for the perfect setup to get missed by a tick. So I'm definitely done for the day. I'm done for the week. I'm up 4R. Monday I didn't place a trade. Tuesday I hit a 5R. Wednesday I think I took one break even. Yesterday I took one loss, and then today I get this break even. So yeah, it's kind of crazy.